So, in previous lecture, we discussed the necessary and sufficient condition of a function to be analytic. Also, we discussed the differentiability and analytic function. Now, just go to the basic concept. Analytic implies differentiability, but converse is not true. So, first, I will try to prove differentiability differentiability. It does not implies analytic. So remember this result. The converse of analytic implies differentiability is not true. So in order to prove this result, we take a example. Let f of z, which is absolute value of z raised to power 2. Now we know that what is z? Z is equal to x plus iota y. So what is absolute value of z? Whole square. So this is x square plus y square. So it means this value is x square plus y square. So if we write in a real and imaginary part, so value of u is x square plus y square and value of v is 0 because imaginary part is 0. Now we check the Cauchy-Riemann condition. So in order to check the Cauchy-Riemann condition, so I will take the partial derivative curly u by curly x, which is 2x, curly u by curly y, which is 2y, curly v by curly x, which is 0, curly v by curly y, which is again 0. So this is a partial derivative of u and v. Now Cauchy-Riemann condition is curly u by curly x, which is equal to curly v by curly y, and this should be equal. Now this will be equal if x is 0. Similarly, this is negative of this when y is equal to 0. It means Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied only at origin. So clearly curly u by curly x, which is equal to curly v by curly y, curly u by curly y, which is equal to minus curly v by curly x. This is at origin. Origin means at z whose coordinate are 0 and 0 means origin. So this point is O. So Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied at 0. So it implies Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied at origin. It means function is differentiable at origin, but it is not analytic at origin. Why? Because Cauchy-Riemann condition is not satisfied at non-zero element or not non-zero complex number. So it means f dash z exists only at origin, only at origin. So its derivative exists only at origin. It implies f of z is differentiable at origin, but it is not analytic at origin. So why? So give the reason. So why it is not analytic at the origin? Now, by using the Cauchy-Riemann condition, we see that the value of if this is a two-dimensional space, this is a origin, this is a x-axis, and this is a y-axis, and this part is origin. Now derivative exists at this point, but a derivative does not exist in its neighborhood because there are non-zero point around the origin, around the zero. So derivative exists at this point, but derivative does not exist in its neighborhood. If derivative does not exist in its neighborhood, then it means this function is not analytic at the origin. Now after that, we will discuss the second example. So show that, what is question? Show that function f of z, so which is equal to z conjugate, this function is continuous at z is equal to z0, but not analytic at z equal to z0. It is some point. So my aim is to prove that this function, which is a continuous at the any point, but it is not analytic. Now check that. Now this is, first derive the function in real and imaginary part. So f of z, which is equal to z conjugate. So this can be written as x minus iota y, this values. So when we write in the real and imaginary part, so real part is x, imaginary part is minus y, this values. Now clearly it is a polynomial in x, it is a polynomial in y. So these are continuous function. We know that all polynomials are continuous. So x is continuous and y is also continuous. If both are continuous, then clearly there is no need to prove that f of z is continuous at each point. So we write it as z is equal to z0. Now how we can check the analytic? So if the Cauchy-Riemann condition is not satisfied, then it is not an analytic function, because the necessary condition for an analytic function is the Cauchy-Riemann condition should be satisfied. Now curly u by curly x, which is equal to 1, curly u by curly y, which is equal to 0, curly v by curly x, which is 0, curly v by curly y, so which is equal to -1. Now curly u by x should be equal to curly v by y, but here curly u by curly x is 1 and curly v by curly y is -1, so they are not equal. But curly v by curly x is 0, again it is 0. So one term is 0 and second is so curly v by curly x and curly u by curly y, so both are 0. So this is equal to minus curly u by curly v by curly x, which is equal to curly u by curly y, so they are the equal. So one condition is satisfied, one does not satisfy, so it means CR is not satisfied at z equal to z naught. If it is not satisfied at the z equal to z naught, then by the necessary condition f of z, it implies f of z is not analytic at z equal to z0. So this question may be asked in the second way, that the given example of continuous function which is not a analytic function. So in this way we can find that this function is not analytic at this point. Now next example. So what is next example? That is, give an example of a function which is not regular at origin, although Cauchy-Riemann condition are satisfied at origin. So this is very important question. Give an example of a function which is not regular, regular means analytic, which is not regular, although Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied at origin. So this is our question. This is very important question expected for examination. So how we can prove that? So we will construct a regular function at origin. So now in this case I consider a function f of z, which is x, so which is absolute value of xy raised to power 1 by 2. Remember, absolute value of xy raised to power 1 by 2. When I write it in the real and imaginary part, so what we get u is equal to xy raised to power 1 by 2 and v is equal to 0. So just separate real and imaginary part. Now we are talking about the origin, yani at z equal to 0. So question is कि a function which is not regular but Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied at this point. So in order to check the Cauchy-Riemann condition, our requirement is curly u by curly x, curly u by curly y, curly v by curly x, curly v by curly y. So that is my requirement at origin. So first I find curly u by curly x at the point 0. Now it is a derivative with respect to x and y is 0. So this is a limit x approaches 0, u x comma 0 minus u 0 comma 0 over x, and this value is equal to, from this, ux comma 0 means this is a limit x approaches 0, 0 minus 0 over x, so which is equal to 0. So this is a curly u by curly x. Similarly, curly v by curly u by curly y. So this is a, in that case, curly u by curly y 0 0. Now increment is limit y approaches 0 and u 0 y minus u 0 0 over y. So again this is limit y approaches 0, 0 minus 0 over y, so which is equal to 0. After that, now this is curly u. After curly v by curly x. Now value of v is 0. So this is 0 0 limit x approaches 0, v x 0 minus v 0 0 over x. So this is again limit x approaches 0, 0 minus 0 over x. So this value is 0. Now curly v by curly y, which is 0 0. So this is limit y approaches 0, v 0 y minus v 0 0 over y. So which is limit y approaches 0, 0 minus 0 over y, which is equal to 0. Right? So we get curly u by curly x, curly u by curly y, curly v by curly x, curly v by curly y. All the terms are 0. If all the terms are 0, then clearly it satisfies Cauchy-Riemann condition. Curly u by curly x, which is equal to curly v by curly y, curly u by curly y, so which is equal to minus curly v by curly x. So it implies Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied at origin. Now, but its derivative does not exist at origin. So it's a derivative. Now we know that differentiability implies continuity. If function is not continuous, then it means it is not a differentiable. So f dash 0 it means derivative at the point 0. So this value is limit z approaches 0, f of z, f of 0 over z minus 0. So this values, now substitute its value. So this will become limit z approaches 0, xy raised to power 1 by 2 minus 0 over z minus 0. What is z? Which is x plus iota y. So in order to simplify, so we get derivative at 0, which is the limit x comma y approaches to 0, and here we get xy 1 by 2 over x plus iota y. So derivative exists at origin if the right hand side limit exists, number 1. Number 2, it should be same along every path. So I take different path along y equal to m into x, where m is constant. So as m vary, the path will vary. If m is 1, then it has y equal to x path. If m is 2, then it has different path. So this limit should be exist and it should be same along every path. So along this path, the value of this limit is limit. So this is, if I substitute mx, so from this we get the value square root of m into x over x plus iota mx, right? And this is, now this function is in term of x, so here I can write it as x approaches to 0. Now this x is common, so it cancel with this, so this value is limit x approaches 0 square root of m over 1 plus iota m. Now this value is independent from x. If it is independent from x, so its limit is square root of m over 1 plus iota m. So this limit has different value for different value of m, for different value of m. It means for different path it has different values. So it implies this f dash 0 does not exist. If it is not differentiable at 0, so it means not analytic. So it implies f of z is not regular at origin. Why this is happening? It is happening because the sufficient condition contains more than one condition. So it not only containing the Cauchy-Riemann condition satisfied, but it also contain the condition partial derivative should be continuous. So that because of that condition, so it is not irregular at origin. So necessary and sufficient condition. Sufficient condition required two condition. One is Cauchy-Riemann condition is satisfied. Second is partial derivative continues in that domain. So in this case only one condition is satisfied, that is Cauchy-Riemann condition, right? That's why this function is not analytic at the origin. So in this way we can check that the function is analytic or not analytic. How we can check that? So in order to check the function is not analytic, simply check Cauchy-Riemann condition is not satisfied. If Cauchy-Riemann condition is not satisfied at any point, then function is not analytic. So in this way we can check the function is not regular, not analytic, not holomorphic. So in the next lecture we will discuss some more important examples.